Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Shimei Shai, Bahara Kokadash. Yahweh Shimei Shai, Bahashim Kokadash Brakadam. Double honor to apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed citation to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. I wanted to do a lesson going over a video the brother sent, earlier this morning, which was top of the morning. Going over, China and then making a run on banks. Now, one might think, especially based off the run on banks dealing with the Babylon, one might think that the economy is crashing but we got to think about, prophecy and what's really going on in the economy. So when speaking about China and then making a run on banks, their reason is a beautiful reason, because they're finding out that the system that they're using is in the old Federal Reserve American system, as to how they pretty much use usury. And we're going to get that precept real quick going over usury, okay? Like, the skirt is being lifted in many ways with the Esau system, okay? So we're going to get that real quick. Okay, so in Exodus 22 and 25, it says, "If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be unto him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury." Even though it's talking about Israel, even in what, they're talking about Israel, but within the context, or if it's people to people, you shouldn't do that to your own people. Now, usury is a system that's used, and it's okay to do it against people who aren't Israelites. But I like to use it in the reference of, or in the sense of, you're not supposed to do it to your own people. You know what I'm saying? But of course, again, I reiterate that this is for us unto other nations. Usury is a tax, a form of a tax. So if I let you borrow 50 and I tell you give me 60 back, that's usury, okay? And you're not supposed to do that to your own people, especially the poor. Now, when you go into the Federal Reserve System, that is how the Federal Reserve System is created and leaned upon, okay? Creating money out of thin air based off of usury. You take somebody else's assets and then loan those assets with usury to someone else, and use you're pretty much making money out of thin air. So if Bob comes to you, drops off 50, you take that 50 and loan it to Sally at 80, and she, instead of you give her 50, she owes you $80. And then you're hoping that Bob is only taking $10 here, $5 there, or really $1 here, $1 there. You could pay that back because Sally's paying the money, right? So, and then you loan once Sally pay enough, or however it goes, to use a system to where the more people put money in, that's the more money you loan out, but you don't have any money. You're taking a roll of the dice. That's why when people make a run on banks, such as Bob, he puts his 50 in, and the banker loans it to Sally at $80. Okay, Sally has paid $20 of the dollars off. Bob comes out of nowhere and says, "I want all my money back." Okay, you can't just give Bob $20, right? Because Bob put in 50. I want all my money back. And that's what you call a run on a bank, is that you're taking everything out all at once, and they're not expecting that. Because at the end of the day, they're using your money to loan out to someone. You're using your assets to loan out to someone else in hopes that they get money off your assets. Okay? And that's how wicked Esau's system is. Now, China has tried to use that system, and it went horribly wrong, or it's going horribly wrong. And you could credit that to the unicorn, to be for real, and the prophets for exposing the Federal Reserve System and other whistleblowers. Because the whistleblowers definitely get down when it comes to the intricate details of the rich elite's wickedness. Okay, so let's get these two precepts, and we'll call it a day. It says, Jeremiah 51:7 says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, what is the wine? What is that wine? That wine is the philosophies, the ways. As the scriptures say, the Lord made man upright, but he sought out many inventions. Of course, it's speaking about us, but the Lord made, made a way, a life, and people sought out different ideas and ways of life to counteract that. And so that was the case in this scenario. China has learned the way of the Federal Reserve System. They have learned these bankers, specifically, let's see here, the bank in Henan, China, and try to get the names of the banks in themselves. Might get a strike for it, because how they do. But going to the three banks of the Yazoo, Shenzhen Village, the Shanghai Human County Bank, the Zexing Hungai Community Bank, and the New Oriental Country Bank I'm tired of pronouncing them words because I'm already getting them wrong. But just you can look them up yourselves. Just name these banks, so give you a way to look them up and research them yourselves. These people are matter of fact, I put up in post-production, that these people are using the Federal Reserve formula of usury, trying to make money out of borrowed money. You know what I'm saying? Or out of held money. Okay? And this is not the time nor the place for it. China and really the whole world is at an all-time high in tension. It's ready for a transition, and these old tricks. The skirt has been lifted on Babylon, and if it's lifted on Babylon, it's gonna be lifted on the whole world, man. All right, because Babylon is the one that's running the whole world, and so if it don't work with them, it damn sure ain't gonna work with another country or another facet of people. Okay, so yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out, man. That there's nothing new under the sun, and Moab ain't having that shit, man. Like Jake and really your basic Americans don't know nothing about this system, this credit system and everything, and how it works, and how it affects us, to this day. They give you outstanding loans, 22%, 30%, tax the hell out of you, put you in a jam, because it's all about reoccurring payments. And as long as they keep you attached to something, then they're making money out of thin air, out of nothing. Okay, and that's where that term Jurat comes from, because they always was trying to play the middleman and not actually putting in any work. And that's the same people that created the Federal Reserve System, which this loan fraudulent system. Slovakia almost missed that. That they brung out, that it's a fraudulent banking system. Now that goes to make you think, what do you call America's system? The central banks, okay, because that's how they came into power, was through usury and loaning money from nothing. Okay, so that shows you the wickedness of Esau and his money system. So with that being said, I want to say, call Allah, Yahbashim Yahushai, Bahara Kadash, Yahbashim Yahushai, Bashim Kadash Brakatham. Shalom.